am excited. A lot of people have been asking me about my affinity and love and total adoration for Google Advanced. One of the big questions is, where is it? I will tell you, at different points of times, it has been in different places. Usually I just come to Google and put in Google Advanced. But today, and I will not say this is always, it's in the settings section under advanced search. But usually what I do is do a phrase search. A phrase search is when you put a quotes around something. Advanced Google search, I didn't even have to finish it. It knows I need to find it, and here I go. Advanced search. So I'm going to go up here over my bookmarks a little bit to show you google.com/advanced search. You may not remember it. You may not remember the setting, but you can simply, that's right, Google it. Now this is why I like it. It really puts the search strategy up front. It's going to help you dodge sometimes the bubble that you get caught on as a Google searcher. It's going to help you get around advertisements and other things, not entirely, but to some degree. It's going to totally change your search results. First of all, it tells you how to do search because there is a strategy. Hey, use these words. Use the most important words. What are those? That's keyword search. Put in exact words in quotes, like I just did, sort of. Rat terrier in quotes. That's right, it's a phrase search. Type or between the words. Oh yeah, that's part of Boolean logic. Yes. And this is something that's really important for me. Instead of putting not, which is part of a Boolean search, you use a negative, like negative rodent or negative Jack Russell. I like these examples. Usually what I do, you can actually see it come up here, negative Pinterest. I find Pinterest junks up all my searches. But based on what it is, you may or may not need that. But there's something that may mess it up. Hey, negative Quora. Some of those questions that people ask and others answer very bizarrely sometimes. I would like to skip those. Whatever you want to skip, put a negative in front of it. You can also do some types of number searching, including money, dollars, etc. You can choose languages. You can choose regions. That's right. You can choose to search outside the United States and in other areas. That's right. That will pop you out of your bubble really fast. It'll give you some update times. I am a person who uses this all the time. It's actually around the Google search under tools, but it's also here. So sometimes, you know, kind of the sad thing about Google, it doesn't work at the speed of Twitter. But you know what? You can make it work that way by doing past 24 times, 24 hours, and so forth. You can also do some historical searching at different times way back. Now, this is one of my favorite things of them all. You'll see I have Facebook.com here. In my class, Libo 101, we do social media search. And one of the first things many students come like, I don't use social media. How am I going to search it? And if you use social media, you should also know this is here. You can search for things inside of something like Facebook.com or Instagram. One of the more popular uses is using some of the different types of orgs you would like to use, like a .edu for education, .org for organization, and .g for government. Those are really great because sometimes Google's not going to pull up these in many pages. And you know what? Something like 90% of people don't get past the first page of searches in Google. And I know all you happy researchers want to do far better than that. Also, search terms appearing in certain places, URLs, top of the page, that's going to make sure your search term gets fewer results that may be more specifically about your piece. I also use this one quite frequently, PDF. Not as much as I used to, but sometimes when you're looking for forms or applications or things of that nature, you'll find those in that. But it also has Excel, PowerPoints, and a number of other things that you may feel that you've safely put away someplace, but they actually are searchable. And also by license. Unfortunately, many people think Google Images, for instance, are free. Worse, they think Google Images is something you should cite. You need to cite the piece, the image, where it originally appears, and you need to figure out what that license is. Now, if you're trying to find some images that are free, share, modify, even commercially, you might want to use this when you're looking for images. In general, I don't filter by license because this option is also available to you on Google Images itself. Always be aware of the rights and copyrights of items that appear on the internet. So let me give you a quick thing about what that would look like. Misinformation, COVID. I want to write about that. I want it in English. Remember, the more things you select, the less options you sometimes get. So be aware, you probably shouldn't fill in every line. Exact word or phrase. This is like so. Any of these words, fake. None of these words, if you had some, get rid of them, and the time. And what I want to do is look inside of government sites that are addressing misinformation about COVID. Again, these may not come up in a regular Google search, especially if you never get past, say, the first 10 pages. And when's the last time you did that? Honestly, ask yourself that question. Now here we are. Misinformation, fake, COVID. See, it's in quotes. It put it in quotes to search as a phrase. And also what it shows you is some of the different symbols and things that you can use in your search once you get past what I call the training wheels of Google Advanced. It's site:/.gov. You could also put facebook.com. You could put bigbend.edu if you can't find something inside of it and search for it. So this is a really great thing that you'll learn through the Google Advanced experience. The danger of misinformation. This looks like it's going to be possibly, I believe, in PubMed. That might be an excellent scholarly article written in 2020. It's cited already by 6 people. This also looks like it may be coming up in PubMed. This is in the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, a wonderful place because that particular area not only has articles, highly readable to-do things and information, it also has press releases, clinical trial links, and it's actual academic and scholarly publications in there in journals. It's really an amazing site. So it's really huge. If you wanted to do a Google Advanced search, you could just put cdc.gov and find the things inside of it that you want to find very rapidly and probably more easily than the search on that page. So we have things from New York. I'm not sure what this particular piece is. I do see it's a PDF. Misinformation Evidence 4. That's going to be in Connecticut. This is going to have something to do with the Justice Department, FBI, Oregon, and more. So I want you to see how your search page, see what it looks like with no ads, no Quora, no other little additions. It's a very clean search. This happens to be an ad. I will tell you, this, the state government of Washington is running a lot of ads about COVID, trying to reach out and get you to the correct information. So you should be a little bit proud of that. FTC, FEMA, more Washington State, FDA. So you'll have all these different departments and places that are writing about COVID-19 and information that are really probably great, credible, and ready to use. And you've escaped what you might have found in Google. And that's why I recommend using Google Advanced. Although sometimes it's hard to find, it is not impossible to find. And there's really not a better set of training wheels when it comes to learning search strategy. Have a great day.